Hello, once again, beautiful, creative, successful, amazing, magical, mystical people. Thanks for being here, right here today, in the now. I really appreciate y'all. In today's video, I wish to cover a little bit about my core principles in creative life coaching and some practices and the approach that I will take for you, for someone you know who may benefit from this service. So the core principles are pretty much two things, and they work hand in hand because that's what this is about. It's about synergy, it's about balance. The two things are synchronization of the left and right brain and creating a cyclical life where everything that you do feeds into each other, allowing you to do more of what you want to do, but also to experience exponential growth and growth in general, and to stay busy and create possibilities for yourself and your community, doing what you love already. So, synchronization of the left and right brain, what does that mean for me? To me, that means using your logical side and your problem-solving side, your note-taking side, your goal-setting side, your masculine side, if you will, to work hand in hand, in tandem with your creative side, your dreaming side, your flow state side, your imaginative side, the side that will surprise you, the side that when you have the right foundation will flourish and grow, but yet remain tame. Think about your left brain as gardening tools, as the soil, as the scientific ingredients that you may put into a potting soil, in your soil mix so things can grow, and your right brain being the things that grow. And so you pretty much are creating a fertile environment to allow the natural beauty that is you to flourish. And part of the left brain work is doing the weeding, if you will. And, because we're creative people, life is happening. You're going to have to reel it in sometimes. You're going to have to remove some things from your garden, if you will, the garden of your life, the garden of your success, the garden of what you're trying to do. You're going to have to get rid of some stuff if you want to maintain a proper circle, a balanced circle that is your life and the things that feed into it. One of the favorite things I like to do to set myself up in the day is to take notes and to set goals. Pretty much every day I have a note list that's called AM or to do. It's pretty much AM because it's like what I do when I wake up in the morning. And I'll set some goals, and I may make some simple things on there too, just to make myself feel good, like I'm getting things done, like making breakfast, going for a walk, going for a run, calling someone I need to call for whatever reason. And then from there in my day, it's really important for me. I like to joke and say that ADHD is my superpower. And at first it can become overwhelming, just like a Marvel movie. Spider-Man gets bit by a spider and his powers are too much. It's like a classic story. Their powers are too much, psychic, blah, 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 all this other stuff, all these different powers is too much. They don't know how to balance it. It maybe destroys part of their life, blah, blah, blah. But then you learn how to reel it in. And to me, that's a huge part of the left and right brain, right? The left brain will be the skills, the logic, the practice, and the right brain will be the talent, the superpowers that you do have. And learning how to make them work in tandem to have this beautiful orchestrated dance that is your life. It took me a while, it took me a long time to really figure out this kind of balance and how it worked for me. And for me, it works best if I set goals for myself for the next day, or even today. I wake up today and figure out what I want to do. If I didn't have time to do that yesterday, if I've been hanging out with my son all day and now I have, a couple of days off without him, whatever it is, then I'll do that. And what that allows is for a structure. I create sort of a room in which I'll let my right brain dance in. But I don't want to let my right brain just fly out the window, my creative side fly out the window, or someone come and steal it or whatever. I want to hone that in and use it for my, for my own liking, for my own creative process, for my own goals in my life. So that's really the best way for me. So for example, I don't confine myself. I don't make a super rigid structure or a schedule. What I really like to do is to set those goals, and then when I wake up, I see what feels right, where I want to start. Sometimes it's a logical thing. Sometimes, if exercising is on the list, which it is quite often these days, I'll decide, depending on how rigorous the exercise or where my energy level is, maybe I want to do it first to get out of the way and get to other things. maybe I want to do the brain stuff first and the creative stuff first, and then leave that for later in the day so I can really go hard and then not worry about if I have energy and feel motivated to do work or not. So then I'll have those goals and those lists and the things that I'm doing, and then from there, what I'll do is intuitively in my day, knock things off. I'll say, okay, right now it feels like a good time to practice. It feels like a good time to, finish editing this video, or just put some hours into that. And so what that allows you to do, again, is to synchronize your left and right brain. The left brain being the goals you need to get done in a day, which then add up to what you get done in a week, which then add up to what you get done in a month, a year, which adds up to what you accomplish in your life. But then there's the right brain. There's the, how does this feel? Am I having fun? Do I feel like my passion is here? Do I feel like my heart is here? Do I feel like this is something that I have purpose with? And so that allows for me to maintain both and not to get anxious about either side, not to be anxious saying, whoa, the things I really want to be getting done, the things that I need to be getting done aren't getting done. Or I am getting the things that I want to get done. However, I'm not having fun. It doesn't feel passion filled. It doesn't feel like I'm truly loving what I'm doing and living a life worth living. And that's huge. A lot of us struggle with that. I've struggled with that. I struggle with that still sometimes. Like coming in, I have to check in with myself, make sure that what I'm doing is really in alignment with who I am and who I want to be. And is it feeding myself? So that's covers that, and we can talk forever. If you want to talk more in depth about this and how this applies to you and your life specifically, that's what I'm here for. That's what the Creative Life Coaching sessions are about. How to apply this knowledge and this practice that I use on a daily basis to your life so that you can not only be successful, but you can feel good while doing it. That's the whole purpose here. That's really the whole point. So I'll move on to my next part, the second principle or ideal that I like to live by and that I like to share with y'all as a part of this whole journey. And that is having a holistic and cyclical life that feeds itself. I'll keep this part short. I think the camera or the recording time on my battery is kind of getting to the end as I've been recording videos back to back. However, what this means is creating a life with like magnetic nodes or points. So you do one thing and then you're moving in your day and it feeds into the next thing and it's propelled to the next thing and propelled to the next thing and propelled to the next thing. For example, me making this video allows me to brush up on my ideals and my public speaking and all that, and to revisit what I do and how I do it, and to get new ideas in the moment. I'm surprising myself with things that I say. I can also look back on this. And by helping other people, I'll make new connections of people who need work, all types of stuff. Who knows? I won't limit that or put too much, criteria on what those connections will be and what they'll mean, but all types of stuff will come from this, stuff that feeds into my regular everyday life. And from that, I'll spend more time being creative and doing what I love. And so that's exactly what I mean. If you can figure out how, and with my help, I'm down to help you figure this out, how things can feed into each other, and you're not over here doing something that's super random to then come back to this part of your life that you really like and enjoy. And it takes work, trust me. I'm super grateful for where I am, and it wasn't overnight that I'm living this life where I feel this way. I'm blessed to feel this way, where pretty much everything I do, it feeds each other. And it's not really too much of my life where I'm going out of this circle to do this random thing, to go work a soul-sucking job where I'm like, have to remind myself why I'm doing it, saying, okay, sure. And sometimes a job is a job and you need to make money to feed your goals and your ideas. But if it's energetically sucking and it's not allowing for you to have the time to be creative, and you're not actually learning skills and doing things and making connections that really feed into that part of your life, it's something that I recommend shedding as you can, if you will. Like I said, you may be in a really frustrated spot and you're like, scoffing and laughing, saying, oh, if you only knew how frustrated, if it were only that easy. I'm here to tell you, no, it's not that easy. We live in a capitalistic world. We live in a world where mental health and mental illness is addressed, but we're naive and ignorant about that, how to address it, what it really means for us as individuals. People walk around saying, how are you doing? How are you doing? And they say, fine, but they're not really getting to that depth, to that level. So the point I'm trying to make is there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of stuff to balance in life. A lot of realizations that need to happen before anyone can do this, before you can even accept that this is what you want for your life. And that's why I'm here, as a creative life coach, to help you balance these things, to help you magnify and intensify the beauty of your life and the natural skills you have to use what you have to get what you want. Thanks again for tuning into this video. I'll make more videos soon. As I've said before, you can click the link below to contact me and we can schedule a free consultation. I would love to talk to you, get to know you a little bit, see what you're doing in your life, and see how together we can start making a plan, start making some action. Use that left brain to help with the right brain so you can start meeting some goals, but then also have some purposeful and meaningful and fun creative sessions, whatever that means for you. All right, y'all.